All right, man. Donovan Mitchell. All right, they say they are now willing to shop Donovan Mitchell. They are now willing to listen to offers. Um, so I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, shit, this can either drive up the Kevin Durant price as the Rudy Gobert trade did, or this can kind of drive it down. Now people can say, well, I can just get Mitchell, forget Kevin Durant. I can give up, a little bit more than what was given up for Rudy Gobert, and significantly less that would be needed to get Kevin Durant, and that's the game plan. So I mean, yeah, I feel him on that, bro. I feel him. That's what I would do. Um, that's what I would do. You know, but let's talk about it. Check out the NBA Talk playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. That subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop a video, right? So they not willing to move them, and I think most people felt this way when we seen the trade with Rudy Gobert. Like they was kind of like it looked like they was kind of rebuilding. That's what it looked like. It kind of like they was rebuilding, you know. So, but I mean, this is interesting. I mean, the Knicks gonna be interested. Which I had a conversation with my dudes from Philly. I don't really think him and Jalen Brunson will be successful in the East. We seen Brunson struggle versus the length of Phoenix. You guys struggle with the length of at least Milwaukee. Um, and right now, but I mean, shit. If you can avoid Milwaukee, I think you will be in the game. Honestly, if you can avoid Milwaukee, you will be in the game. So, I think no, yeah, yeah. So I think if they can avoid Milwaukee right now, just from thinking of the teams out there, that's the one team that got a lot of length. That's the teams that like my Pistons. Check out my Detroit Channel Mercy Sports Talk. Pacers, the Cleveland Cavaliers are really built really well right now to contend with Milwaukee's length, and that's kind of what made Milwaukee tough. I mean, you got Giannis, Brook Lopez, Chris Middleton, Drew Holiday, a lot of length. But it says sources Utah Jazz not willing to listen to Donovan Mitchell trade scenarios. It says after earlier shutting down inquiries about All-Star guard Donovan Mitchell, rival teams say that the Jazz are now showing a willingness to listen on possible trade scenarios. Sources told ESPN Tuesday. The asking price appears to be steep, but in the wake of Utah's recent Rudy Gobert blockbuster deal to Minnesota, the Jazz are no longer simply dismissing calls on Mitchell. Sources said. Jazz general manager Justin Zanuck alluded to possibility during a news conference Saturday when asked whether Donovan Mitchell was considered untouchable in the trade discussion. Quote, change is inevitable in the NBA, Zanuck said. I'm not trying to be cryptic or anything else, but Donovan is on our roster and he's a very, very important part of what we're doing trying to do. Things evolve in the NBA, so I couldn't sit here and say anybody's untouchable. We're trying to build a championship team, but there's no intent to trade Donovan Mitchell at all. So apparently Wolf Raffle. So I mean, Danny Ainge is the Jazz CEO. So I mean, he said the draft wasn't fun. He said this season wasn't very much fun this year. The Jazz CEO Danny Ainge said Saturday, "quote This draft wasn't fun. Free agency wasn't very much fun. You're over the tax, no draft picks, and our team loses in the first round. It wasn't fun for us. We wanted to be fun for our fans and our players, but we haven't had much flexibility to do anything over the last little while. So, I mean, they wouldn't move him. I mean, honestly, man, then you just gonna start thinking about the teams that's interested in the kid. He's 25 years old. He's 26 before the season start. Um, so you start thinking. I mean, you start just I'll be like, well, I mean, obviously people think about the Knicks. I don't. I mean, like I said before, he's from New York. He spent some time with Emmanuel quickly. The Knicks probably they got some picks. They got a pick from my Pistons. They got their 2025 Milwaukee pick. I think they might have some other picks around the way as well too. Emmanuel quickly, Julius Randle, which I don't think anybody interested in. Um, so that'd be interesting. But if I mean, you look at the teams that's at the top. Miami's going to be interested with Tyler Hero. perfect for Utah. If you really think about it, I mean, Grayson Allen didn't per se work out, but perfect for Utah. So, so yeah, perfect for them. Uh, you start just thinking about teams in the East. Love, Milwaukee. I don't know if they have the firepower to make it happen. But Milwaukee will be a really good team. They need to upgrade. They ain't done nothing this year, and their whole basis is not really doing much. They did get Marshawn Beauchamp. I think he might be one of the dudes down the road. But their whole thing was if we was healthy, we'd have won this year. But they still ain't got significantly better just off the top of my head. Um, Philadelphia, I say no. Um, they do. I mean, I don't know sort of the picks that they have, but Philadelphia with, they sent Tyrese Maxey, Tobias Harris, and 3 or 4 or 5 years worth of draft picks or something like that. I mean, yeah, but I just let Maxey flourish into what Maxey do. I mean, Boston good. They just picked up Brogdon. I mean, Cleveland good, going the way they going. Chicago good, going the way they going. I think it's gonna be the same thing with Bradley Beal in a year or two. I predicted that. Um, Atlanta good. I mean, Charlotte good. I mean, Charlotte, if they really wanted to, but I don't. I mean, him and Donovan Mitchell and Melo could be a devastating 1-2 punch. So you don't know what's gonna happen with Miles Bridges. I mean, you got guys like PJ Washington. I mean, they just got Mark Williams. You got like PJ Washington. Don't know what's going on with Miles Bridges. Gordon Hayward, send them back to Utah, possibly. Not sure if they're interested, but Donovan Mitchell and Melo Ball would be an interesting dynamic. Um, Terry Rozier. I mean, they got James Bouknight. So maybe they just bank on the development of Bouknight. So when I look at the teams out east, people say to Toronto, but you really want to go to Utah to Toronto, and nothing wrong with Toronto, but the taxes and all that type of stuff. So if I look out east and be reasonable, I probably would say, mm, Miami would be number one team, and then be able to pull it off in the teams that need it, Miami and possibly a dark horse in Charlotte. You go down to the West and you're like, well, they really gonna trade them in divisions. They rebuilding. I mean, in the conference, it don't matter. Laker fans gonna start screaming. No, him and LeBron both ball dominant. Obviously, Mitchell could play a lot better off the ball than Russell Westbrook can. So that is what it is. Minnesota, no. I mean, Denver. I mean, it'd be interesting. No, could Denver pull it off? I think they got enough pieces there to pull it off. Jamal Murray, Jokic, and Donovan Mitchell. I think Denver should be right in the mix for them. Why not? They need something to get them over the hump. Um, yeah, they need something to get them kind of over the hump with Jokic. I mean, so obviously probably not moving Porter and Jamal Murray. Obviously, they did get KCP. They got Bones Highland. So maybe they just believe in what they're doing. But because they say, well, we give you 3 or 4 first round picks. We give you Aaron Gordon. Uh, what else they got? We give you Bones Highland. If they're comfortable with Michael Porter Jr., yeah, maybe so. But Denver needs something to kind of push them over the top. That's what I was kind of saying in the Kevin Durant deal. They need something to push them over the top. Oklahoma City, they got a lot of picks, but they really good at guard right now. Really young at guard right now. Portland, no, they tried that with CJ McCollum. Look at Golden State, no. You look at the Clippers, no. You look at the Lakers, no. You look at Phoenix, no. You look at Sacramento, no. You look at Dallas, him and Doncic should be a lot hella ball dominant, but maybe it can work. Not sure how much firepower Dallas got. Memphis is another team. Obviously they got Desmond Bang in the backcourt. I mean, Donovan Mitchell. I think per se they need that. They need that wing, Ingramish. Kevin Durantish. Somebody get their own shot. That's what they need on their team more comfortably. But at the small forward position. But why not go after Donovan Mitchell, him and John Morant in the backcourt. Ja 6'3", he would about 6'1". They'd be a smaller backcourt though, but it'd be a risk. I think they need more somebody at the small forward position that can go get it and go be phenomenal scoring, phenomenal, just bucket getter. But Memphis would be interesting. They kind of need that one thing to get them over the hump. Some people say why. Why should Memphis mess up what they got going? Just continue to develop the young guys. At the end of the day, Atlanta people, they continue to develop the young guys, and they still ain't got over the hump. So you get an opportunity to add an all-star, and he's pretty much the trajectory age where your team is going. I mean, I just think you got to inquire about it, and why not? Maybe seeing Steven Adams, Desmond Bain. They had hella picks, so it could work. It could work. Young players on the bench, they talented from 1 to 15 to the summer league. A lot of young talent. Why not start to consolidate that young talent into one guy, Donovan Mitchell, and see how it works? But it's not a must. But yeah, I just really in the West, you probably think just teams that need them: Memphis, Dallas, San Antonio tanking, Memphis, Dallas, uh, Denver probably be the three, and then Charlotte is a dark horse in the East, and Miami is probably the number one destination for him. So it's gonna be interesting. I knew when he signed that deal, he wasn't staying in Utah, and I said the same thing about Bradley Beal. He got his money, too much money to turn down. He won't be staying in Washington. So, I mean, really, Chicago can get in on it if they wanted to, but that'd be interesting. But I guess they ride the shit with. But the Knicks, yeah, my bad. Knicks, Charlotte, Atlanta, and Knicks are probably the leaders in the pack. Then Denver, Memphis, and Dallas. I think those would be the teams that go after them. But yeah, I think the Knicks gonna go. I think the Knicks should probably be in the lead. Then I see Miami like right there with the Knicks to get them. So, let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit our notification, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live, drop a video. Financially, want to support the channel? Cash App, $ CJ Good 313. Venmo CJ Good 313. PayPal link in the description. But other than that, man, hit my link tree. It's first link in the description. Find me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. All that information is in the link tree. From Twitter and Twitch, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, the whole thing. So check me out on there. Rate me on them podcasts. Follow me there. Appreciate the love, support. One time for the one time. Peace, and don't forget to check out my Detroit channel right here on YouTube, Motor City Sports Talk. That's Motor City Sports Talk right here on YouTube for more sports news, entertainment around Detroit. Appreciate the love, support. Peace.